Well, hello. As you may be able to see, I'm at Dublin Airport currently. Just been doing a little World Cup preview show with Betfair, which you'll be able to see on their channel in the days ahead. But my flight is really badly delayed, which is quite annoying, mainly because I want to get back to watch the All Blacks v Springboks game. I'd organised it so I would get back in time. It's been delayed. Hopefully I'm going to be there. Either it's going to be undelayed so I can get home in time, or it's going to be really delayed so I can see the whole game. So you might get a full-time update from that match from Dublin Airport, we'll see. But I thought, as I'm here in Dublin, I would give you an update on Ireland and my final thoughts before Andy Farrell names his 33-man squad, which is going to be a day earlier than he originally planned. Andy Farrell was going to be naming his squad on Monday, but he's now announcing it on Sunday. The reason being, well, I think the reason being is that things are so settled and so clear with Ireland, a measure of what Andy Farrell has managed to develop with his squad, that he's kind of going, why wait? Why put another 24 hours of torture on his players? So he's just going to be done with it on Sunday. First bit of news, obviously, which has been making news and is very significant for Ireland, is Dan Sheehan. His injury is not as bad as first thought, and it's strained ligaments. He will be available for South Africa, that match, crucial pool game, which is fantastic news. And I mean, Ireland have got a deep squad, but he's one of those players that's almost irreplaceable. And I think the game against South Africa will be a one-score game, and that goes for the quarter-final, whichever of France or New Zealand they play as well. And Dan Sheehan is worth a score to a team. So that's how significant I think it is. It's absolutely massive. So injuries are going to be a factor. We've seen that with England. Everything that could go wrong for England is going wrong. Anthony Watson, one of the few world-class talents England have, is out. Elliot Daly, potentially out. Carl Sinclair, maybe. George Martin, there's concerns as well. Major issues. Ireland, by comparison, and I don't want to speak too soon because they're playing Samoa, who are going to want to rough them up a little bit. Everything seems in hand, but the crucial thing about Ireland is you feel, even if they do have an injury, except for maybe one or two positions, and Dan Sheehan is one of those, they can cope, and they should have confidence, and they will have confidence in whoever they bring in, as I'll demonstrate when I go through what my final prediction is for the 33-man squad, which is loosehead prop, Andrew Porter, Cian Healy, Dave Kilcoyne, hooker, Dan Sheehan, Ronan Kelleher, and Rob Herring. And tight head prop, Tadhg Furlong, Finlay Bealham, Tom O'Toole. 9 front row players. They do have players that can play multiple positions there. I don't think they will use that option. Second row, James Ryan, Tadhg Beirne, Ian Henderson, and Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy has taken the spot from Kieran Treadwell. He's been absolutely class. And what I love about Ireland generally, as you'll see when you go through the squad, is they've got guys at the top of their game. They've got really good quality guys backing them up. And then they've got young guys coming through, the next generation, very much like New Zealand. They've got the kind of succession plan in place already. And Joe McCarthy's one of those guys. Back row, Peter O'Mahony, Josh van der Fleer, Caelan Doris, Jack Conan, Ryan Baird, and Cian Prendergast. I think Andy Farrell's going to go for 19 forwards. That's his big decision. Does he go 18, 13, 19, 14? I think he'll go for the 19 forwards because of the flexibility in the back line, which, well, looks like this. Scrum half, Jamison Gibson-Park, Conor Murray, Craig Casey. Fly half, Johnny Sexton, Ross Byrne, Jack Crowley. Centres, Bundy Aki, Robbie Henshaw, and Gary Ringrose. Only 3. And outside backs, James Lowe, Matt Hansen, Hugo Keenan, Jimmy O'Brien, and Keith Earls, the legend. Which means, when you look at that, the name's missing. Well, Stuart McCloskey, that's the big one, isn't it? And I think that's the decision. Big one to miss out, isn't it? You kind of feel a bit sorry for Big Stu there. But that's just the Irish flexibility in the back line that I talked about. You've got Bundy Aki and Robbie Henshaw can both play 12. They can both play 13. You've got Jimmy O'Brien can step in and play 13. Jack Crowley can play 12. Just confidence in the talents that they've got in different positions. And I think the only question is if Andy Farrell goes for 18 forwards, not 19, then the choice becomes between Stuart McCloskey, Kieran Frawley and Jacob Stockdale. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to go for 33. And I've just thinking about what a starting Irish team will be for the big games. And I think you will have a bench. You will have, if everyone's fit and available, you will have a bench that includes Cian Healy, Ronan Kelleher, Ian Henderson, Jack Conan, Conor Murray and Bundy Aki. And that is 6 British and Irish Lions on the bench for Ireland, which says everything about where they are. The confidence they should have in their squad, despite the fact that after the first 2 games of the World Cup, they're going to ramp things up for South Africa and Scotland, and then quarter-final, semi-final, final if they manage to make it beyond the promised land of the quarter-final, which they've never done before in 9 attempts. They've got as good a chance as they're ever going to have. And I take a little tiny bit of pride in the fact they're going to have some Englishmen playing a key role in it. When to think that England had in their coaching unit before Andy Farrell and Mike Catt and Graham Rowntree and Stuart Lancaster, who have had a massive impact on Irish rugby. It pains me, but I'm also really pleased for Ireland and excited for their chances in France. And I know, if you're an Irish fan, how anxious you will be at the thought of the World Cup because of the expectation going into it as the world's #1 team. Quite possibly, although I think, could New Zealand take that tag before the World Cup? Anyway, whatever the case, I'm in Dublin. I've talked to Ireland. Who knows, maybe come October the 29th, this place will be rammed with thousands of people welcoming an Irish squad back with a golden trophy in their hands. A long way to go before then, we will see. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I've earned your subscription on the channel. Give it a thumbs up, let other people know I exist. I'm Tim, this is Egg Chasers. See you on the next one.